Hello everyone, and I'm here for a discussion about Akon's new city that he's constructing in Senegal. And this has been on my mind for quite a while. It also pertains to what is currently going on the continent of Africa. So recently, Senegal, or President of Senegal, gifted R&B singer, now businessman, Akon with about 2,000 acres in Senegal. This plot of land that he's been gifted is to be used for his new project, or Akon's project, making a city that bears his own name. And in this city, they will be using his own cryptocurrency called Akon, or Akon coin, whatever. Now, the way this is being portrayed in the media is that Akon City is supposed to be this, futuristic Wakanda-like endeavor, and it's supposed to bring back the life or bring back vibrancy to the face of Africa. Now, I am very skeptical of Akon's his whole endeavor on the continent. Yes, I think he's doing well. I think there's some good intentions in what he's doing, providing electricity to villages and all of the such. But you have to see who he's affiliating with. Akon is affiliating himself with these Chinese billionaire investors, with the Chinese government directly. And it's not that the Chinese government is bad, it's just that the Chinese government has a poor track record in what they're doing on the continent of Africa, and also with their predatory lending, loans rather, or their predatory loans to these third world developing countries. And that is what gives me much concern. How could you have this city? You have to ask who's building this city. It's definitely not just the Senegalese government. And why would the president just gift, Akon 2,000 acres? Okay, well, it's for development, and it's not like the president is doing it himself. Well, there are things to be said about that, but let's just err on the side of, giving the president of Senegal and the government of Senegal the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say they gave this plot of land, this 2,000 acreage plot of land to Akon because they want economic and societal development. Why go through the trouble of building an entire city when you can just take that money and, fix cities that are already there? Why go through the whole entire process of making up a new city just so you can achieve economic prosperity and bring in more commerce? The city's going to take about 10 years to complete. I think it's from 2020 2030. It rubs me the wrong way that they are doing this project when they can use all of this money that they're supposedly getting from good faith investors. But you have to take a step back and see how China's also operating in this game. China's using Akon as an intermediary so they can perform these, transactions, or not just transactions, but resource extractions on the continent, the west coast side of Africa particularly, and it's very concerning. Time and time again, through illegal gold mining by Chinese, mob organizations come by and they extract resources from the continent. They don't honor the environment. In some cases, they destroy the environment. If you look at Ghana, they destroy forests, they destroy wildlife, they make it harder for villages to even operate. So when this city is built, how will it be operated? Who or what entity will be constructing the roads, maintaining the sewage, all of these public services? How will it be operated? How will it be managed? I think that people are also under the assumption that Senegalese workers will be working on this city. We've seen, especially with this continental, railroad that China wants to work on or whatever, and many of these Chinese-backed projects don't use workers of the country that they are, building these things for. They use their own workers. They bring in workers from China. Those Chinese workers are the ones who perform these tasks they're not paying, Senegalese engineers to do so. And that is very concerning as well, because you don't get that job stimulation or GDP boost, if you will, for whatever country's economy that China's staying in. All of this can be performed in a way that is both beneficial to China and, most importantly, to Senegal or whatever African country that is dealing with China or trading with China. You do have to be skeptical about these altruistic intentions, because yes, there are nice people in the world. There are people who will, donate money, donate a lot of their hard-earned cash to charities. But there are also people who do things because they're motivated by money. And that isn't a bad thing, but there are people who would take that an extra step. They'll go the extra mile. And this is something that has to be watched closely, that has to be monitored. And just look at Angola. Look what's going on in Angola. The what was it? The vice president's son, or the president's son, who's also the vice president, is like this playboy multi-millionaire, and he made this money through corruption, through state corruption. Who goes all over the world, buying expensive houses, living it up, while people living in villages don't know what petroleum is. Cities where the living costs are so high that no one native to that country, unless they have, relatives in higher up positions due to corruption and they make a lot of money, but no commoner can live in these new cities that they're making because they're very expensive. I'm not talking about Akon City. In this case, I'm talking about Angola. And it's very heartbreaking, and it's something that has to be monitored. So I guess I'm going to end this video for now. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.